Okay. Welcome to the inaugural. Inaugural? Does that? I think they've used inaugural if it means you're going to do it like yearly or something. Well, it's going to be more than yearly. Anyway, welcome to the first episode of the White Mike Show podcast, which is a bit of a mouthful. That's what she said. There won't be too many That's What She Said jokes, hopefully. I don't really know what I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to start talking and keep talking, and hopefully something comes out of my mouth that's worth listening to. Or it's at least entertaining. I don't know if it's going to be worth anything. But yeah, we're trying to do this once a week for an hour, 2 times a week. Maybe I have guests, maybe I don't. Maybe I have something prepared, maybe I don't. I have no fucking clue what I'm going to be talking about. Probably shouldn't be swearing this early into the thing, though, if I plan on making any money off of it. I don't know. Maybe it'll be more like a audio journal instead. Because I do a lot of talking to myself due to a lack of friends. My name's Mike, by the way. I didn't really introduce myself. Not so much that it matters. Does it really matter who I am? Does my name really matter? This is going to be really, really bad. Just know that this is the first one and that it can only get better. I say that, but it could get worse, but for now I think it's okay. I should probably back up off the microphone. It seems like I'm peaking a little bit. I am kind of loud. I talk kind of fast sometimes. I am probably going to move my face away from the microphone. You might hear some clitter clack, click clack 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 in the back, but that's because I'm sitting at a computer. I don't have really fancy, like, studio setup bullshit. I just sit at my computer like a loser, and we'll be recording this for, I'd like to think, an hour. It's the goal. The goal is an hour, whether or not we reach that goal. I'm not a very goal-oriented person, you know? I usually fly by the seat of my pants and fuck around, which is what this is mostly going to be like. And right now, which sucks, is I don't really have a lot to talk about that is either funny and or pisses me off. Because usually the things I talk about are things that are going to make me very angry. Like pineapple on pizza. That's not pizza. Let's get that out of the way. I can tell you that about myself. Pineapple on pizza is not pizza. It might be a delicious food to some. To me, it's trash. But to each their own, it's just not pizza. Did I have this argument with somebody? Yes. Do I feel as though I won this conversation? I do. And the foundation for my argument is the fact that pineapple is a fruit. And I will stop you right there. God damn it. A tomato is not a fruit. Do not come at me sideways with this fucking farmer bullshit. It is not a fruit. If it's a fruit, then a pepper's a fruit. Then every single thing that contains seeds is a fruit. You're a prick. It's not a fruit. We're talking about it culinarily here, and culinarily is when you use it for cooking. You use it for cooking, it's a vegetable. And if you don't believe me, you could ask, I don't know, Congress. Was it Congress? Maybe the Supreme Court. I'm going to have to check that. But I'm pretty sure the Supreme Court in like 1982 or some shit legally defined the tomato as a vegetable culinarily for tax purposes, because fruits and vegetables are taxed differently. Why? I don't fucking know. I would assume maybe like the cost of travel. You think that matters at all? God, I wish I had someone else to like bounce off of. I don't need anyone to be like perfect, but just like someone for me to ask a question to, and they say like, yeah, that's all right. And then they stop talking. I just need to not be talking directly to myself like an absolute maniac, because I sound fucking nuts. Don't pay any attention to the frustration that I have currently. That's all about me. It's about this whole podcast is about me because I'm the only one talking. Is this good for you? I don't think it's good for you. It's not good for anyone. Fuck. That was the sound of me smacking down my vitamin gummies because I can't swallow pills. Well, I could swallow pills. I just choose not to, and I take quite a few vitamins because I'm unhealthy. Oh, yeah, that's right. We were talking about tomatoes. Oh, God, that's going to be a thing, huh? I'm going to have to, like, try and stay on topic. I'm going to have to, like, probably write down. And I got to stop doing that. Say like every 15 seconds like a prick. But yes, the tomato, culinarily, vegetable. Yes. Botanically, it's a fruit. It's a fruit. It's a ripened flower ovary and contains seeds. So tomatoes, plums, zucchinis, well, no, not pumpkins. Oh, yeah. Pumpkins. Maybe? Yeah, I think pumpkin would be... Yeah, pumpkins are fruit. Get the fuck out of here. No. And then legally we're talking. Am I going to look it up now? Yes. The United States Supreme Court ruled that a tomato is a vegetable for the purposes of the customs regulations. So legally, it is a fruit. We're talking about culinarily and in its uses. I mean, is there tomato ice cream? Yes. That doesn't mean that it's a fucking fruit because there's strawberry ice cream. Cinnamon is not a fucking ice cream. Wait, what? Shut up. God damn it. See, my brain doesn't fucking work. I plan on talking for a living and my brain barely works and allows me to put words out of my fucking mouth. Sorry. I'm a little worked up, a little anxious because, and there's the doorbell ringing 1,000 times because my son's friends are coming over. So give me just a moment. And we're back. Should I have paused it? Maybe. Did I? No, I did not. I didn't think about it. Listen. This is first time, right? First time for everything. But we were talking about pizza and tomatoes being a vegetable. And in my opinion, if you look at the foundation for what a pizza is, it is simply, it's a meatless pie. I'm sorry, it's a pie without veg. Fuck my mouth with a knife. Anyway, sorry. A pizza, god damn it, is a fruitless pie. In and of itself, a pizza pie would be a fruitless pie. The origin of the pizza. It's a pie. It's a pizza pie. It's a fruitless pie. Therefore, putting pineapple on it changes it from a pizza into a savory tart, which is fine for if you like that, but it's not fucking pizza. Now that we have that out of the way, we have, nothing out of the way. Again, so much easier with another person to keep me on task or, sort of looking for. What? Wow, dude. How do words good? Not this way. I'll tell you that. You don't become Matt and Shane doing shit like that, I'll have you know. And then you don't have another person to know if you're doing okay. If you're even making sense. So someone can like nod and be like, oh yeah, no, you don't sound like a stark raving lunatic. Completely out of your mind. Bereft of thoughts. A thing I don't want to do, but I probably will end up doing it, is talking about politics. I hate them. I detest them. The idea of talking about it seems fucking pointless because I'm not going to do anything about it, and I refuse to believe the idea that what you're talking about is doing something. That's what people on Twitter like to tell themselves so they feel like they're important, when in actuality they're not, because you're just fucking typing words into the void that maybe some random asshole reads and then decides to have an argument with you. If you argue with people on Twitter, you need to get an actual life. Like, find a real thing to be pissed off about instead of some random letters written on a screen that you don't actually have to fucking look at. Who gives a flying fuck? What was I saying? Oh, right, pizza. No, we're off the pizza thing. We've moved beyond. I don't want to talk about it, but I will end up talking about it because there's something about it where like my brain latches on to political discourse and content. I don't know if it's because like I want there to be something that tells me I'm right. Sometimes like, oh, here's a thing I agree with. Yes, man on YouTube who's speaking. Say that you agree with me. Yes. It's like, is it that? Do I like getting angry when I see things that I completely disagree with? Or is it I'm trying to find some kind of thing that's easy to digest tons of? Could be that. Not quite sure. I don't I don't really have a firm grasp necessarily on the reason for why I do things or why I like things. Like, my friend Brando asked me a couple years ago what kind of music that I like. Or no, well, I'm sorry. Let me just tell you that. We were talking about music that he enjoys, and I let him know that I'm not a big fan of like jam bands. Like a song that goes on for 10 minutes is a nightmare. It's an actual nightmare. I'd rather shove a straw in my cock. I would rather shove a straw in my dick like it's a little baby, like a baby turtle's nose. Yep, definitely baby turtle. Why do I even have to say baby? Why do I even use the word baby when I'm talking about putting a straw in my cock? Probably shouldn't say that. But I said it. Baby turtle. You know, I'm harkening back to that red straw that yanked out of that fucking turtle's nose. Well, that's basically what I'm talking about doing with my dick instead of, you know, that. Anyway, fuck. I don't know. Yep. So you get distracted, right? You get distracted. And then you don't really remember or realize what it is that you're talking about. Yeah. 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 So anyway, let's move beyond that. It's been about I don't know, 11 minutes of a fucking Travis. This is 11 minutes in, and I'm already like, we should start over. This is definitely a lot like the first episodes. It's like a lot like the old test. If you know. Anyway, how many times did I say anyway? Did you like that as a counting game, sitting around with a thumb in my ass? Who's doing that? Like, you say like a thumb in your ass. Is there people who just like, who generally just chill out and be like, you know what, I'm gonna put a thumb in my butt? It's like that homeless, well, I don't know if he's homeless. It was that guy I saw at the gas station today who's I mean, not even at the gas station. He's at the sign out front of the gas station that's by the highway. He's sitting on the cement. And as I'm driving by, I notice him because he's sitting on the cement, which is weird. And then I notice that I see his ass crack and his pants are down. As I drive by, I notice his pants are down around his knees while he's sitting. And he's just got his hands all in his dick and balls. And I imagine he's masturbating. Now, it's warm outside today. It's about 50 degrees. For February. For February, it's pretty warm. For March, it's still warm. So, you know, and I think to myself, what's that like? I've never jerked off in public before. I feel kind of worried. I feel kind of weird. Fucking idiot. I feel kind of weird jerking off even when like another person's watching. Now, I like jerking off. It's one of my favorite activities, but I don't know if I want to do it outside of a gas station. But I've also never been on meth. And, you know, I bet you that meth's going. Your heart's pumping. You got your peen in your hand, just fiddling with the balls. I'm talking, he had both hands down there, so he was definitely. I mean, unless he was two-stroking, lucky bastard. He's got two hands on that bad boy, just giving her the business. You ever just go at it? You know, and just like you just look at your dick and be like, "Hey, fuck you! You burnt the roast," and then you just choke the shit out of it. You get real aggressive with your dick. Where the fuck is my money? Just choking the shit out of it. No, you don't. You're not aggressive with your penis. Maybe you have a vagina. Kind of. I wish I had one of those, but like I don't want it all the time. I'd like a vagina when I'm bored with jerking off. And now let me be clear. I get bored jerking off. When I'm in full swing, things are going good for me. You know? My life's all right. Things are planned out. I'm eating good. I might twist one off twice a day. If things are going good. Things aren't going good, you know, once every other day. I like once a day. And then occasionally if things are going real good and I'm in the pocket, I could hit well, okay, this is how it goes. It'll start being like once a day, and then it starts building up to like twice a day, and then it'll hit like a 3 times a day, and now we're at 3 times. The goal here, when we hit that point, is now you gotta see how many times can I do it in a day. How many times can I go before I have to stop because it hurts? Like it won't get up anymore. It's like that Futurama thing, The mind is willing, but the body is fleshy and bruised. And like you get up to 11, and then you take time off. You got to take time off. It's a lot like a UFC fighter. You put in a lot of fights, you become the champ, you lose, and then you got to take some time off. Take a little time off, rest, recuperate, come back, do it again. This is how you handle life. Now, I sound like I'm single, and I should be, because I'm a fucking nightmare, but I'm not. That doesn't stop me from jerking off all the time. It's one of my favorite things. It's really the only time I get any peace. Like, I just get to sit. Just, I mean, I goon. Don't get me wrong, I'll be gooning. If I get to do it the way I want to do it. I don't have a bunch of shit to do. There's no people in my house. I just get to sit, bust out the towel, pop it down on the chair, bust out the coconut oil. Shout out Tropical Plantation Organic Virgin Coconut Oil. Not a virgin after I'm done with it. Bust that shit out, and then you just go to town. You just pull up the dirty shit, and then I just start scrolling. And then you're doing that thing where I cannot be the only one. I refuse. You will not shame me. I will not feel shame. There's no shame. No. See, what I do is I beat my dick, and then I'm just scrolling, trying to find that perfect thing, because it hits you like a wave, right? Because you're going through, and it's just build up and build up. It's like a freight train barreling down it. Your car's stuck in the fucking intersection. You're scrolling, hoping to God you can find that thing, because you know there's something. You know exactly what it is. You know if it's the chick. You know if it's the scene. You know if it's the setting. You don't have no idea what it is, but you know that it exists, and you're hunting it. I imagine this is a lot what like heroin addicts go through when they're chasing the dragon. Well, my dragon is a big 4-legged, 5-winged. Yeah, you heard me. 5 wings, and that 5th wing's in the shape of a dick. A 5-winged dragon of jism. And it's fucking on its way. And you just sitting there, you're searching for it. That train is barreling down on your Mazda Miata cock. And you're looking for it. And then it hits. You finally find it. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's a slutty midget deep-throating a huge black cock. Maybe it's a very fat, humongous black woman using a tiny Kenzie Reeves as a dildo. Maybe that's what's happening. Or one of my personal favorites, it's Megan Rain being tricked into fisting her stepmother because she lost something inside of her vagina. One of the most insane scenes you've ever seen in your life. She's just like, oh my God, did I get it? Am I hurting you? She's just like throwing her ass back into this tiny woman's fist. It's bananas. Is that too much? I hope not, because that's really all I got to talk about. Is I have to try and avoid just stealing bits from Cum Town or Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, which you'll hear like an autistic tick. You'll just hear me pop off. I meant like a tick someone has, not that I'm a tiny autistic tick, like I'm some kind of bug. But like you know what I'm talking about. The fucking see, this is again. If there was somebody here with me, and I'm not alone talking into a microphone, staring at a fucking computer screen like a maniac, I would maybe make more sense, and this would be a little clearer. So this isn't necessarily the perfect exact format for this. I'm just talking, just it off at the lips. Haven't even been funny yet. I don't think I've said anything that's been even remotely funny. I've just been talking. Here's a question I have. I saw a clip. I can see the thumbnail for a Jimmy Dore show clip on my YouTube. It's talking about political shit again. When are we going to stop giving any semblance of a fuck what some millionaire actor thinks about anything? Listen, I love Robert De Niro movies. Do you think I give a fuck what the millionaire movie star thinks about anything political? Your life is a goddamn joyride. What? I just imagine having millions of dollars and the only thing you can do is go on television and talk about political bullshit. Maybe take a trip. You know what? Just go to Thailand, fuck a boy, do something. That's not on my to-do list personally. Do I want to go to Thailand? Yes. Do I want to fuck a ladyboy? Not necessarily. Would I? Maybe. Depends on how hot the ladyboy is. And I'm doing the fucking. Don't get that I am the one who fucks. I sling dick. And I would definitely, because here's the deal. I'm not so much against fucking a guy for anything, like, because they're a guy. It's because they're gross. Like, ew. I'm not fucking anything with facial hair. Disgusting. Have you seen what penises look like? Not mine. Mine's beautiful. But I mean, like, regular people's dicks? Jesus Christ. They're fucking horrific. You want to, ew. Especially like these tiny tranny dicks. I should probably bleep that. These tiny ladyboy dicks. Jesus. I used to be able to say it. It was acceptable. It wasn't even like an insult. I don't understand when somebody seems to become insults. Just some dickhead says it meanly. Fucking African Americans. I'm black, by the way, which is fun because it means you get to say the N-word in podcasts. But what was it? Oh yeah, no, I'm not super into guys because it's gross. Like, because they're disgusting. I don't like body hair. I don't like masculine features are disgusting. But if you manage to hide all that and you look like a chick, hell yeah, I'll split you open, 100%. But the point is, I want to go to Thailand because you go there with like $10,000 for a month and you could live like a king. You could be like, hey, this is what a rapper's life feels like. And you just go into these bars and be like, hey, I would like all 6 of these chicks in the back, and it's gonna cost you like $200, and you just have a fucking wild orgy just breaking these tiny Thailand women. Not to mention earlier, black. When you go, it's one of the few East Asian. Wow. No, I was right. East Asian. Jesus. Anyway, these Eastern Asian peoples that think positively of black people. I get to be called a beautiful chocolate man. Apparently, the massage parlor ladies will yell out the door if they see you. This way, beautiful chocolate man. And you bet your sweet ass I'm on the way. Yes, ma'am. I'll be right there in just a moment. You're like, but Michael, you're paying for it. You're goddamn right I'm paying for it. You know what I'm paying for? I'll put that woman through school. This is a different place, all right? There's a lot of money to these people. And I'm nice. I'm not mean. I'm not gonna slap around. This isn't some kind of fucking Jeffrey Epstein thing where I just pay for a hooker and then choke her to death. And I gotta get rid of the body. I wouldn't do all that. It's way too much work. Way too much. Way too much work. I was gonna say something. Oh, being raised. I was gonna say something about being raised white because somebody will be able to say the N-word in a podcast. That's great because I've felt for most of my life anyway. Your app will be disabled in 5 days. Go fuck yourself. No one gives a shit. God damn it. I don't understand why it even came up in the first place. You shouldn't be able to access it. Anyway, sorry. That was see, that's the problem with having the screen in front of my face is that things are going to pop up. I'm going to say stuff. But, but yeah, my parents are white. So I just grew up around a bunch of white people, and I don't know, as a white person, I don't know if you know how fun it is to say the N-word and to say mildly racist things at the drop of a hat, and you just get away with it. I was going to say some things, but I don't know if I can say them in the podcast context. This is the first one, so the chances of anyone really hearing this is pretty slim. I mean, I'm surprised I've gone as long as I've gone so far. What we had, 30 minutes? 23. Wow. Feels longer. All right, I've been doing this for 23 minutes, and I don't think I've said anything even remotely good yet. The Phantom, too. I think I need to be more prepared, maybe. I don't know if I pick topics. Just something to talk about. I need someone to bounce off of, I feel like. I don't have anyone. I don't have anybody. If you're out there, if you're listening to this right now and you think, hey, I'd like to talk to this guy and record it, for the love of God, send me a text message. Hit me up. We can hang out every Tuesday. Every Tuesday from fucking 4:30 to 6. Be the one. Be the one. The only one. I feel like I've missed the boat when it comes to anything remotely topical for a podcast. I can't be topical. And I'm not that interested in myself. This is why I feel like I need another person to bounce off of. This is okay. I can just ramble and say shit. I don't really have anything fun or funny to talk about right now. We have to call them. Proof Democrats called immigrants illegals all the time. What the fuck is this game? Like, do you understand that there's games being played in our country right now about just, like, he said this word, she said that word. Do you know that we used to fucking skin each other and eat each other alive? Like, do you know that, like, Native Americans used to take people and boil them in vats alive? Or another fun one, they would take an animal hide, right? They'd wrap you in an animal hide, then tie the top of it, and they dangle it over a fire and then cook you inside of that thing. That's what we used to do to each other as human beings. And now, he said a word I don't like on television. He said a word. Fucking eat dick, you loser. Jesus Christ. Go have a kid. Do something. Anything. Fuck, get a drug habit. That's it. Here you go. If you're upset about words people are using, develop a drug habit. Pick one. Anyone. I mean, meth is available everywhere. Get on that shit. Start being obsessed with white cars and talking to police officers about being child molesters and just screaming at random people running through the streets naked. I think that's better for society than even discussing the fact that you're upset with the fact that somebody said a word. He said a word I don't like. Dude, here's a couple words you don't like. You're a fucking cuck, and people like to piss in your mouth. That's it. If you get pissed about words people say to you, then I need you to understand that you are someone who gets pissed. You're someone whose mouth gets used as a urinal. That's what I'm trying to say. God damn it. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Just, he said the thing. That's why I think what needs to happen, and this is very real. Okay, this is very. The thing that needs to happen in this country for racial relations and how do I put it? Just for racial relations. For the best thing you can do for racial relations is to allow real N-word passes. It's the only way that we're going to be able to fix it, because it's not real reparation, right? Except for the fact, but we're going to allow them to sell things, and the reparational part of it is the fact that it's not taxed and or regulated by the government. So black people get to sell genuine N-word passes to whites or any other race. I mean, I'm looking at you Asians. You guys need to fucking relax. There's a wild use of the N-word from like some very white-skinned Japanese people I've noticed. It's a lot. Like, goddamn. Easy, Seabiscuit. I know that you're a huge fan of Snoop Dogg, but some people ain't gonna like that. They ain't gonna like it at all. Fuck, what was I saying? See, this is the problem. No, but the N-word passes. I think genuinely, if untaxed N-word passes were to exist, that would alleviate so many problems. Like, if you want to get yourself out of poverty, just start selling some fucking N-word passes. I'll tell you right now, there's a market for it. As someone who's grown up around all white kids, they're desperate to be able to say it and it be okay. Do you know how bad these kids want to be cool? Holy shit. Nothing makes a fucking teenage white kid happier than like you as a black guy being like, nah, it's cool, you can say it. You ever seen the big old smile on their face when they think they get to be one? They're like, I get to be black today. What's up, nigga? Oh shit, he's not gonna kill me. Oh fuck, this is great. Like, I can't understand it. You just get to say a word. It's because I've said it my whole life. Well, I've said it my whole life. Just woke up. Mama, nigga. No, that's not how it happened. But I've been able to say damn near whatever I want because, I mean, well, my skin is black. My mother is white. My father is not around. So, to let you know enough. And I know there's lots of white guys that don't have parents either. It's fine. But this is a common joke and a shitty trope. So, let me be a basic bitch for 5 seconds and kiss my balls. Just, I mean, the state of my YouTube algorithm is a shame. It's all over the fucking place. Like, it's not great. Do you ever spend time, like, going through and actually... See, this is the thing. I'm about to ask a question that no one has, or I can't get an answer to. But if I were to give it an answer, I would be able to stay on topic and continue instead of jumping around like I did the last 3 or 4 times. arrested again. Yeah. So I really do, I think. At least for something worth listening to. Like, because this is a thing. I could do this. I could just keep talking into this microphone for an hour. But is it worth listening to? And I don't know for sure. Not yet. Not yet. It'll get there. Hopefully. No, it'll just get there. Yeah, it'll just get there. And I think the reason it'll get there is just the first time. I think what what I have to do is topics, just pick a few things I'm going to talk about and then try and find a way to stay on topic that doesn't involve needing a person in the room to fucking remind me what I just said 5 minutes ago. Perhaps. I will never water cool again. Water cooling maintenance guide. Linus Tech Tips. Fuck Linus Tech Tips. Yeah, see, this is the thing. I just keep jumping from like point to point to point to point. And it's not the best. So I got to figure something out about it. Figure out some kind of a flow. Watch a show, talk about the show. Maybe I'll start just maybe it'll change to being like an episode with a specific topic. I don't know. I haven't really had a lot going on in my life currently. Trying to nothing fun anyway, like worth talking about, which I think is probably another part of the problem is I don't have that active of a life. There's gonna be this, which is just be by myself, and then I'm gonna start putting out some stuff with my buddies online later in the afternoon. Those are probably just gonna be shorts. And then the problem is I can't get one of those guys to do podcasting with me because they're doing shit right now. They're like doing family stuff. They're working. My job, like my regular job, at Tuesdays and Wednesdays off, I'm done at like 3:30 every day. So, what do you do about it? Ain't nobody to join me, baby. Everybody's got lives and jobs and shit. It might be better to do a podcast at a different time. This is just the time where I got the house to myself. So that's why we're doing this. I'm alone right now. Fuck. It's the middle of the day. Nothing's really been happening. I haven't really been watching anything. Started watching Elementary at work. Well, not at work. It's something I watch it after work. Oh, that show's pretty great. I forgot how much I like that. I do a little chit chat and about that. See, it only really works if I'm playing off another person. I really gotta get somebody else to do this with me. Smoking with cigarette. See, now I'm just reading things off the screen. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about a few things so far. Mostly just talked about the fact that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, which is terrible. So, this will be the first one. I mean, it'll be the first one. It's a recording. Whether or not anybody's going to hear this is pretty slim. Pretty slim, in my opinion. The fuck? Booyakasha. Yeah, and then I just fucking dead silence right there. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm losing steam. I'm losing steam because I don't want to talk to. And that is part of the problem. Yep. That's gonna have to be a thing. This has been one. This is half an hour. Half an hour of me rambling about nothing, to nothing, in no one. I am not Chris D'Elia. I'm not fucking Bill Burr. I apparently don't have anything rolling around in my brain right at this moment that's worth listening to. Fuck me. I have a lot to say sometimes. Occasionally. This isn't my best work. I'm gonna have to have another person to talk to. Maybe my buddy Brando. I don't know. Or have like an idea, or just start it up and I feel like I got something to say. I don't really have anything to say right now, or today. Might just be the day. I don't feel that great. Been kind of like tired, a little down in the dumps, exhausted. My fucking head hurts. No, it's not like and you ever just like have times where you don't have anything, you don't have a real reason to feel like to say like I feel like shit and I'm just not gonna do my best today. You don't have a reason, you just feel it in your soul. Or the people listening to this, all these fucking high achieving assholes are like, anytime that my insides tell me not to, I do. And I know that it's because that's when I actually have to achieve. I have to do something. I wouldn't be able to look myself in the mirror if I didn't. Ugh. Like these fucking motivational cocksuckers. Like, do you really believe this bullshit? Or if you just realize that if you repeat this stuff enough, random people will listen to the stupid TikToks and YouTube shorts that you've made? You just suckered them into watching your bullshit so you can add more zeros. Like, do you even do the things you're talking about? Or is your job this making motivational videos? That's what I should do. Just start making motivational TikToks. Like, if you want to succeed, you need to work hard, 80 hours a week. If you're leaving an hour in the week unworked, how are you even call yourself a man? What you should do, if you work a 40-hour work week, go home and tell your wife you're a fucking loser and she should start fucking the neighbor because he's a real man and you're not. Like, you just have to do that. Just pick the same talking points and say them over and over and over again. Just repeat them like with a lot of attitude and gusto. Like, I'm worth $350,000. It's like, you know how I do that? You know how I make $350,000 a year? Because I stand up here and say that I do. I'm not going to show you my bank statements. Maybe, maybe not. Probably not. This is America, goddammit. I'm not going to show you my bank statements. What is this, fucking Germany? This isn't, so I'd say this isn't the Reichstag, but I'm not exactly sure what the Reichstag has to do with it. We're at, oh, no, we're not at 40 minutes. That was not 6 minutes. 36 minutes and 37 seconds. Telling the time again probably isn't good. Yeah, I gotta find a way to stay on topic or feel the flow. Problem is, a lot of times, like right now, I just want to like sit in silence and just stare at a thing and like turn my brain off and just burn, you know? Which doesn't happen so much if I'm looking at a person I have them to talk to. But this could just be like a learning thing, you know? You just got to go through this until you hit a point where, like, I want to say, to the point where it just comes naturally. You just hop on here and say what went on, and who, where, what, whys, and whens. So I've had stories before, stuff to talk about, something. Yeah, I don't really feel it. I think we've come to an end. I think 40 minutes for the first one's all right. I'm gonna record a little more shit tonight when I talk to the guys. Hopefully they'll talk to me while I'm trying to talk to them. But yeah, I'm kind of just real tired right now. So this wasn't a very good one. But it was the first one. And they'll get better. We'll keep doing it. Don't know if anyone's gonna hear this or if we're just gonna sit in the hard drive of my computer to like backlog like 10 and then maybe put something together that isn't complete trash. Well, this has been the first terrible fucking episode of the White Mike Show. All over the place, can't stay on topic, can't remember the words that I'm supposed to use, or, put the thought together eloquently or intelligently for you to listen to. I can't wait to listen to this back and then put a bullet in my brain. Peace out.